execute pretty well?
You know, it was a challenge for everybody, but we wanted him to come out and just manage the system, make the plays that were there. We put him in a situation to make some plays throwing the ball. Obviously, everyone knows what he can do running the football. But thought he handled everything well, was in control the entire time, put the ball where it needed to be. Obviously, we had some opportunities where we could have helped him out a little bit. I think we dropped one ball over there on the sideline, but just pleased with his composure, management of the game, and didn't look overwhelmed. And actually, he looked how he's been looking in practice, confident in leading our team.
Some question marks about the running backs. Just so you got a lot of guys in it, a lot of carries, a lot of different guys in looks. Who'd you like the most, and what do you think overall how they did?
From my perspective, obviously you see the big explosive plays, but when I get on the film, I'll be able to tell who's using the eye discipline that I'm looking for, the pad leverage, who is consistent in pass protection. But it was good to see all those guys get in. They all made big plays. They all found the end zone. So that's good for us because now we have some legitimate competition, and those guys are going to have to understand that it's going to be one in practice every week to who's going to get the carries.
I know it comes later in the game, and they're kind of worn down a little bit. But Travis looked like that first step is just lightning. Have you seen that in practice from him, where you kind of saw that he can that burst there is big time?
No question, and I've been saying that all throughout the course of fall camp. That with the ball, he's very, very special. And he has a quickness and he has unbelievable, I say, eye to feet coordination, in that his feet don't have to stop to wait on his eyes to tell him where to go. He's able to make that transition full speed, and you see how quick he was. Those first couple of carries, I had to get him on the phone and say, "Travis, just calm down." He's like, "Yeah, coach, I had to get the jitters out." But once he calmed down, you can see that he attacks the line of scrimmage. Even though he's not as big and physical as he's going to be, he still hits it with a lot of authority. And wanted him to finish off that one and not get caught. But I think as he gets comfortable, you'll continue to see him make plays.
I know Kelly talked a lot about trying to improve his passing. Was it nice to see that first deep ball that he was able to connect on?
No question. And obviously, that was an area where we wanted to improve from last year. I think early in the season, that was an area where we didn't connect with the deep balls. And to see him, early in the game, drop back, complete confidence in his protection, and deliver a ball in stride. That's not an easy thing to do. And so I was really pleased with seeing that. And then moving in the pocket, he was putting the ball where it needed to be. He made all the throws and made all the right decisions.
Could this day have been scripted any better for the offense? That you get everybody reps, everybody comes out looking pretty healthy?
Yes, it was really good. We played 43 guys on offense. Obviously, people are going to focus on the yards, but what I was pleased with was just the execution, and we didn't have, just the usual opening game, false starts and miscommunications. And then, things we could have done better is obviously we were 5 or 6 in the red zone. We had a turnover in the red zone. That's a point of emphasis from last year. And then we were 50% on third down. So we could have scripted a little bit better, but I'll take what we had to do.
With Kelly, is this the same old that you've been seeing in him in camp, out of him in camp?
No question. It's just, I think we always known his ability to run and ability to throw it, but just the consistency, the precision, the accuracy, and that's what you've seen over the last several weeks of camp is just the confidence. And for him, it was all about confidence, knowing that it's his time, getting an opportunity. You've seen him put the ball where it needs to be, making the decisions. The ball's coming out quick, and so I was glad that everybody else had a chance to see what we've been privy to the last couple of weeks.
There were a couple of throws that maybe I'm sure he wished he'd have back, maybe in the middle of the field, but you feel comfortable he'll learn from that and
No question. And again, it's his first start, and they do some things. They drop 8 into coverage, and obviously he had to do a great job of preparing to know where his windows and his opportunities were going to be. And I haven't seen all the tape to know exactly how every throw came out, but from where I was sitting to see him move the ball up and down the field, put the ball where receivers can make a play on it, was very positive.
How about Zarek and Hunter as far as their first taste of game action? How did you feel they performed?
It was good to see, and we were able to get them on the move and kind of get those jitters out. And again, they control the offense. And the great thing was, they might not have been playing with all the first team guys. So we got a lot of guys in there. So to see the consistency from team to team that we put in there and be able to go out and execute and from the opening snap all the way to the end of the game. So we'll get on the film, we'll evaluate, and Coach Schreier does an unbelievable job of holding those guys accountable for everything that they have to do managing the system.
What can this game do for these young guys? Give them some film to watch, but evaluate them in a different way.
Well, you can see them perform, in the game environment when there's 80,000 plus fans, and I got to give a shout out to our fans. They were unbelievable the way that they showed up for a 12 o'clock kick for Tiger Walk, and again they set the tempo and our guys feed off of it. And so now for the young guys, they know what it's like to run down the hill. They know what it's like to play in the valley. They understand the intensity, the speed of the game, and so now we can go back and coach the details. And now that they've tasted, they've been rewarded for their hard work in camp. So they know that if they work hard and they perform well in practice, they're going to get an opportunity to play.
The coaching staff has been really, optimistic about so many guys on this talented roster that you talk about how it's so deep. Do you feel like some of that came out today with the amount of people you got to play?
You know, I think so. I can speak, firsthand about my position. Not since I've been here, it hasn't been a situation where I have 3 definite guys that could be the starter at any moment. And again, practice is going to determine that week to week. And then you have a young freshman that's coming in, catching everybody's eyes. And it's the same thing at wide receiver. And then it was good to get Shadell and J.C. Chalk in the game at tight end to make plays to push Milan. And then I don't know how many different combinations of offensive linemen I saw out there. Robbie played all those guys. And then nothing broke down. The communication was there, the consistency was there. There were no issues from a procedural standpoint. So that's encouraging. And so I think that just further, validates the optimism that we have about our roster.
How impressed were you with Travis?